Welcome to our podcast, the Phase 2 podcast. And this is our first episode ever, and it's the last day of 2024. So, well, first of all, we can introduce ourselves. I'm Mandy.
I'm Sam.
I'm somebody.
That's Andre.
I'm somebody.
So we have somebody over here, Mandy and Sam. And the question I have that we're all going to answer is, what was the biggest lesson you learned personally in 2024?
Love that question. Who wants to start? Because it's not me.
Oh, it's not you? Okay, I'll start because I have mine locked and freaking
Go
loaded.
ahead.
There's so many. I actually was thinking about this question and I was like going through like, okay, wait, which one do I want to tell? But the biggest lesson for me this year specifically that has felt like it came to a head recently is like how do I even want to say this?
By saying it.
That would be good, right?
Yeah, you think.
All of the things that like I have thought I wanted this year were not actually what I wanted. And I got the thing that I wanted. And the best way I can explain it is like I learned this experience that you taught me that's called like being like water, and being able to just like sit and feel your feelings in a way that's like, for me, visualizing the water just immediately made it click. It was like letting go of judgments, because water reflects everything. It doesn't judge. It doesn't pick and choose like what it reflects. And it just shows you the image. And so I've been doing this where I'll just be like, okay, let me just be like water. And specifically at the end of the day, where I'm just laying on my yoga mat on the floor, not in my bed, because I would fall asleep. And just like letting whatever play out, whatever is going on in my head, essentially, and being like water with it. And that feeling, it's like I could compare it to giving myself a hug. It's like that feeling of just being able to observe like what's happening, whatever happened throughout the day, whatever I think is happening like in the so-called future, like whatever, all the stories, and just being able to let them like wash over me like water. That feeling is the only thing that you ever actually want. That was the lesson that I learned this year.
Is that also the thing you wanted?
Yes. Like, that's not the thing I thought I wanted. And that could be its whole own podcast in itself, but
Things I thought I wanted.
like, that could be its whole own episode. But the point is, like, the whole out here does not need to change for you to be able to have that feeling of like just peace, like water. And yeah, it feels like the lesson of my lifetime. So that came to a head this year, and that was mine. So take it away. Someone else, somebody.
I got one, Andre, unless you want to go. I'll go.
Who?
Someone?
No, somebody.
Okay, it's fine. Sorry.
Go ahead.
Okay, the thing I learned this year, which Andre also taught me, is to let people.
Yeah, you'd
Okay.
love to know, wouldn't you?
Yeah.
You should meet him.
You can teach me some stuff.
Yeah.
He can.
He taught me how to let people help me. And oh my God, I can't even count the number of times that Andre has said to me things like, or rather not said to me, but specifically been on the phone with people that I have never met, talking about my bullshit to them. Like, she's still doing that shit where she does everything by herself. She's still fucking thinking that she has to do everything on her own. She's not letting anyone help her.
It's funny. They ask.
They ask?
Yeah. And then I go, no, she's still doing that.
You have a microphone for a reason.
Yeah. So I'm like, no, she's still doing that.
Well, as much as I hated it when it was happening, when you would be on the phone with them, it helped me a lot to get over that and let it happen. So some sort of like public shaming really gets me going and helps me get
It's
over
interesting
myself.
that you view that as shaming.
That's just the word I'm using for it. I don't feel like it's actual shame. Like, you never once shamed me for it, but I definitely shamed myself. And just those feelings and just realizing that I don't have to do all of it was a really nice experience. That is absolutely at the top of the list of things I learned in 2024. And now I have a whole team.
Yeah. Okay.
'Cause
As
I
soon
let it
as
happen.
as soon as you started saying that, I was like, now I want to change mine because because I also learned this year, and so I'm just gonna add it in that like doing things as a team is so much more fun than doing it all by yourself. Oh my god. Oh my god. And like the second that I started, well, you said you let people help you.
Mm-hmm.
I also have had that experience too, and letting people help me and letting people work with me has actually made me like people and like being around people.
Yeah.
And
100%.
yeah, that's awesome. It's great having a team and having like people to do shit with is just
Yeah. Not just people to do shit with, but people who want to help you.
Yes.
Who are like, I'm coming to your fucking meetings.
Yeah.
Like Veronica did that, and it was so cool. I'm being there. You can't exclude me.
Which we also learned because we were kind of like working with people that weren't like that.
Did not want to be doing
and we
anything.
had
Yeah.
to like set that standard of
Yes.
being like, this is not acceptable.
No.
If you're not fully in, you're out.
Yeah.
And then that like changed everything for us.
We had
Yeah.
people. It's so funny how these things happen and you don't realize as it's unfolding that it is unfolding. And then suddenly it's like, oh. You want to talk?
Then it's like, oh, we learned that.
Yeah. Your turn.
Oh, me?
Hi.
Hello.
Impart
Yeah.
your wisdom to the world more than you already do.
Okay, so biggest lesson for me this year would be that every day is a blank. I've always known this, but it's been a very, this year, it's been something I've made sure to be aware of, that every day is, in effect, a new day. And I don't take with me what happened yesterday, because that happened yesterday. And it's time to let yesterday be yesterday and today to be today. So that has been very impactful for me. Although I've known it for a long time. I've been around, and I've done all kinds of things. I've had the experience of knowing that the day is the day, but it's one thing to like know something, and it's a whole other thing to commit to living in that way. So I just let the day be the day, and I don't concern myself with what happened yesterday or even 2 weeks ago, 2 months ago, 2 years ago, because those things are already done. And if you're worried about all that, then you're not really going to be getting anywhere, because you're going to just be repeating a lot of the stuff, wondering why last year was the same as this year and why next year will be the same as the year before that. So I guess it's fitting you're doing this on the last day of the year.
Yeah.
Always. What's really interesting about that lesson is the awareness that habits are a story.
Yeah.
You don't have to actually do the same things every day because it's a habit. That's just a justification.
Yeah, it's I come from a period where, at least I grew up in arcades. So people, we didn't want to play against predictable opponents. It made for a very boring gameplay experience. But it's the same thing in life. Like if the thing that someone is doing, that someone always says yes to something, or someone always says no to something, then it becomes very predictable and it becomes uninteresting. It becomes very boring. And not just for the people who are communicating with you, but for you. It becomes like, well, yeah, I've just got a hard no on all of that.
Same old shit.
Yeah, it's the same old thing, and you're just doing that. But on the flip side, when you do say yes, and the people get to be surprised, they're like, and then they also get to appreciate it more because they know that you really want to be there doing the thing that you're doing, rather than, out of some sense of obligation that you have to do that. So allowing yourself to see things as different days even can help you free yourself of obligations of the situations that you have with people in your life, right? Like, okay, well, this happened yesterday, so it's supposed to carry over into today. It's like, no. I mean, this is also why a lot of experiences in people's lives don't change. They make the same decisions every day and wonder why they're not getting anything different because you made the same decision, right?
1-to-1 ratio.
Yeah, it's very simple. Like, even if you make the decision in what you perceive to be a different way, you're still making the same decision. So it's like you have to make a completely different decision, have a completely different experience in order to have a completely different life. And you have the opportunity to do that every single day.
Amen.
Nice. All right. Well, I'm going to make a different decision and end this instead of just going on and rambling.
I love it.
So
Nice. I was like, please don't go
new
on.
life. Yeah. Because we can be different every
We're done.
second. So stay tuned for 2025, the year of the Phase 2 podcast.
Thanks for watching. Make sure you subscribe to our channel for updates, hit the notification bell, and we'll see you next time.
Adios.
Bye.